what I did here was these lenses, they come off my old camcorder, and I found a water bottle, cut it out, slid those lenses into the thread, because this has a thread. The lenses you get for the mobile phones, they don't have threads. So I cut out the back of the big water bottle, and then tried it to see if it would work. So it appears to work. Let's just see what we can get. So just slide it over now. Whoops. And obviously that we're probably going to be too far away. If we use the app, we can control the focus a little bit better. And yeah, we'll be too far away, I suspect. So we can zoom in and everything, but we will have... Basically, we would have to get closer. So we'll do that now. So at last we've got a fly who wants to stay still and be filmed. Then he's gone. So we're recording that flower in the distance there, which is that one there, and that's the length of my elbow from the camera to the end of my fingers to the flower. Right, let's take the lens off. It's all down now. So if I quickly change over and then have a look and see what it looks like through the native app to see if there's any difference. So I'm on the camera's native app, and I don't think there's much difference. I can't fine-tune the focus, which I can do in the app. So we're back on the third-party app and not the native app. And if you're using a momentum lens or any of these lenses on your phone, this is an iPhone, then you really want to utilise the main camera, which is one of the 3 lenses on there. Each lens has a sensor, if you think of it that way. And this app, you can control the focus. And as things move around, it's actually quite difficult to actually work out if anything's in focus as I'm looking on a screen. Good thing about this little app, though, you can... Right, so focus peaking, if I was to be out of focus, you can see that with the naked eye on the phone screen here. If I was to not be too sure, then what it will do is it will go green, little green edges around there. So you'll see focus peaking here in green, hopefully. Being in green, it tells me what's in focus. So now I'm in cinematic mode, and this is on the native camera using the main camera lens, and we got the homemade sort of bottle top, plastic top with some tape and lenses strapped together. And later when I get home, I'm going to see if I can later change the f-stop, what's there, the focal point in the video. Right, so we're back home now, and I'll explain cinematic mode quickly. Yep. So we've got here, if we go to the top of the screen, no icon, same video. This won't make much sense to some. Same video, because Apple records 2, one which you can adjust the depth of field, which is here. Just tick the box, blue icon, and like I just showed you, there's none on that one. There's exactly the same video. But what we do have on this second video, we have the function to control the f-stop. And what I was hoping to do was I can easily track that. The computer will say, okay, I'll track that. But I can't bring anything else into focus. Remember, we are looking at macro here. But to give you an example, if I take these 2 dudes here, we can track that person there. He's in focus. Oops. Like that. And this person here is out of focus. So if I then was to change that, that person's in focus, that person is not, I could change the f-stop and bring them and the background into focus. I don't think I'm going to be able to apply that idea that I had in in iMovie or Final Cut Pro using cinematic mode, which is a great shame, but never mind. So let's carry on with the video. Welcome back to the video. So here's a little tip. If things are moving around in the wind, which obviously happens outside a lot, switch the camera to slow motion. That usually helps quite well, and that's what you're looking at now. Now, the other thing to remember is if you're using the camera lens, the main lens, that's what you need to keep to. You're going to get better quality. If you swap it around and change, you're going to find you end up with, well, something like you see on the screen now, because it's filming through the other lens. So this idea is just something I've worked through myself. I wouldn't suggest it's the right thing to do, but it seems to work for me. It's a bit of fun, etc. You need your tape, you need your plastic bottle caps, pop it onto a case, and this particular one is a small rig. It's got lots of screw threads. The lens seems to be quite secure, it doesn't fall off. At the end of the day, it's a lot easier to carry around and film than a conventional camera. Also, tripod mountings allow me to get the actual film rig in lots of different positions, low, high, doesn't really matter, there's no restrictions. And if you want to go into step photography, I think they call it, you can take lots of pictures and you can end up with something like that. It doesn't really work. You don't put a macro on a telephoto lens, that would be silly, wouldn't it? However, in the mobile world, things are a little bit different.